just need one more. I just need one more.
Hey.
I just need one more. I just need one more. I just need one more. I just need one more.
What's going on? What it is, what it ain't. It's your boy, Son of the Waves. This is What's the Wave. Welcome back. Thank y'all for tuning in wherever you may be watching. Probably on YouTube and wherever you may be listening, hopefully on all podcast platforms, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Anchor, Google Podcasts, the whole shit. Appreciate y'all for tapping in. This is episode 26. And speaking of 26, shout out my dog because I got Big Vince in the building. How you doing, my brother? It's good having you in.
Hey, man.
Most definitely. How you feeling today?
Man, I'm good. I'm blessed.
All right. Come on. I'm glad to hear it. Yesterday we was just out at the Foodie Land. You
Yes,
feel me?
sir.
Going experimenting some stuff like that. I still owe you some money for that. Don't worry, I got you.
Nah, that's all good,
I
man.
got you.
Good.
But other than that, was out there. How'd you like that? Did you see? Try some good stuff. Had some good vibes.
It was cool. Me and Shorty went. We got there kind of late or late-ish, I guess. Probably like around like 6.
It was cold. It was cold when we pulled up damn near. So yeah,
freezing.
Yeah, I was saying it was big windy, windy.
Yeah, by the end of the night, like we literally left because it was just too cold. Like we wanted to get more shit, but it was just like
them lines were outrageous as well. We talking about the one in Berkeley, the Foodie Land in Berkeley. I know they're having another one in Sac. I think in a couple weeks.
Yeah, in like October. I think like the 20 something.
Mm-hmm. So that should be cool. Hopefully it'll be a little more sunlight, little shit like that. And I know I got the little 626 market we were talking about beforehand as well. Night market, little foodie type event as well. But it looked cool. A lot of positive vibes, like a little bit of fun and shit like that. But I'm glad to have you in on the episode. You already know we got some wonderful current events popping off. A little bit of sports talk. Definitely going to pick your brain on that. I know you're not the biggest NFL fan, but definitely going to pick your brain on that. It seems like it seems to be a touchy subject nowadays, the NFL. A lot of guests I bring on have a particular opinion. They either don't fuck with it, don't watch it, or, it or not.
We want to get into it now?
No, we can get into the NFL and all that other stuff. And then, of course, you and kind of your brand that you kind of establishing is one thing I want to focus on the episode as well.
Right. And
talking about the space you're in, being kind of a DJ, a very musical person, engineer, producer, kind of just a creative person. I don't want to put too many labels on you, but definitely want to dive into that.
I'm here for it.
Come on now. And then we're going to finish it up. If you've been watching on the last couple episodes, the topic of the day have all started with A's. And this is going to be the 5th one, probably the last one. I might do pick another letter, just to keep y'all on y'all toes, a little something like that. We've done anime, alcohol, athlete, atmosphere, and today we have another A word that we're going to get into, pretty general, but we're definitely going to touch in a couple different aspects of it as well. But without further ado, let's get to it. Episode 26 with Big Vince. And first of all, I want to talk about something a little bit more serious. I kind of want to keep it positive. And there has been kind of funny things. It's one of them kind of, it's funny, but it ain't though type of topics about the Taliban and everything. Right. And being, a young person on the social medias. What have you been seeing? What is kind of your reaction? If you even know what's going on. Because, I always say I only want to speak about what I know. I don't really know about all the politics going on over there. I kind of understand a little bit about the Taliban movement and stuff like that, but you've been seeing kind of the takeover that's been happening and people, kind of wanting to get to America, get to other places, just for a better life, and kind of the war and terror has been going on over there. So what's your thoughts on that whole situation?
Shit, man, honestly, the fact that people even have to go through shit like that is just kind of
nuts,
messed up. Like, you know what I mean? Because like me personally, like I'm all peace, like I don't even like guns, bro. Like
I'm telling you, that's why you in my circle.
Homies be loving guns and shit. I'd be like, bro, not me. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I feel like it's always something you could work out. As long as there's a lot of situations where unfortunately you can't, but
it is. It's a crazy situation.
As far as like that goes, like man, like I don't know what like I could do to help, but like whatever I could do to help, like
I'm learning a little more about it and just other aspects about just Iran and that whole situation, just even the way of lifestyle over there and how hard it is just for people day to day, like due to the terrain and little shit like that. Like I didn't know how hard it is just to get around, like just to commute, whether it be horse, motherfucking car, whatever, you feel me?
Yeah, that shit move different,
by boat,
man.
all that shit, you feel me? Just thinking about it and see what's been going on. I know you've been seeing the viral videos of people like trying to hop on the airplanes and get out the country and the whole shit.
That's what I'm saying. Like there's honestly no reason like anyone should be You know what I mean? And that's why, like I said, I'm always blessed. Like, if anyone ever asks me what I'm doing, like, you know, I'm always like, I'm chilling. Like,
I'm cool.
You probably noticed that. If anyone ever asks me what I'm doing, I'm like, I'm chilling. Like, even if I'm in the worst state of my life, because I know like someone else is going through something
10
way
times
worse. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I don't care if I'm like, if I just work like 6 straight days, like no sleep, like. That's not bad. Like, you know what I mean? Yeah, you know.
And
so.
even us, we've been through worse. We've seen worse. Know people who've experienced worse. So that's a great, definitely positive outlook.
We still here, man.
For real. Prayers up to them. Free Palestine, all that other good stuff. Everything. Like, and all those foreign countries, for real. We bless to be, just like I said, be Americans at the end of the day. We could have been born into who knows what type of, you know, country that's fighting for whatever type of peace that they need in their area of the world. So prayers up to everybody. If you have friends or family member, for sure, sending y'all our love y'all way, most definitely. Keeping it in the kind of social issue area. Want to talk about, again, something I've been seeing on the socials with Sha'Carri. I always forget how to say her first name. Don't rip me a new one for that, y'all. But Miss Richardson, the track star who we know for kind of getting shunned out of the Olympics for her, you know, encounter with Mary
Wonder
Joanna.
Woman, man. She's Wonder Woman. That's what I like to call her. Wonder Woman.
People, as you see, she's been in the news recently because she placed like 9th at the last little racing event. I think it was held by Nike. I could be wrong. Excuse me for misquoting.
I think it was 9th. I think I seen it this morning.
9th, and stuff like that. But for one, I just want to shout out Elaine Thompson, who came in first. Let's not forget, because Jamaica has been doing their thing.
Of course.
But what are your thoughts kind of on her so far with either the positive or negative backlash? I mean, I fuck with her because she not holding back. She like, keep that same energy. You know, like, I know I lost, but I ain't stopping. You know, I fuck with her for the energy. But what do you feel? How do you feel about maybe the people coming for her neck so quick?
Nah, I mean, she's a regular human being, like, you know, like, and if you just think about regular people, like, we all got our struggles, we all got our setbacks that we go through. Yeah. And, you know, that was just one of, you know, I think she said she took like a month off or something. Yeah. So, you know, like,
and the reasons for her, you know, smoking weed and all that, you know, dealing with the loss of a family member.
Nobody knows what that even was. It probably wasn't even smoking. Like, you know, it could have been contact high or some shit. I mean, she probably said it. I don't know, but like, if it hasn't been said, she said she was smoking. She was smoking. But still, like, you know what I mean? Like I said, like, I'm all here for positivity. So, you know, she trusted whatever she had to do for her to get past that moment, and that's more important than track. Like, you know, that's more important than anything. Like, as long as she got past that moment.
I definitely wish her the best before, as a human, like you said before, just being an athlete or somebody in the public eye. And it's a shame that we got to talk to about her kind of in this light and stuff like that all the time. Yeah.
But no, I mean, like, I feel like she's gonna do great. I mean, like I watched her little post interview. Like, she said, like, this is not the last time you're gonna be seeing me, and that's confidence. Like, I feel like if a lot of people,
she finished 9th, bro. That was a hard race. I don't know if you've seen the footage. That was a hard.
I didn't see it. But I mean,
it's some competition out there in this track, bro.
Though. You know, I know.
And I'm all about uplifting. I'm gonna just say there's a lot of competition in this track and field game right now. It's rough out here, but for real, like you said, positive vibes to Miss Runner Richardson. Keep doing your thing. I fuck with her new little hairstyles and stuff. She's a very, very pretty woman as well. So keep doing your thing, you beautiful black woman.
Yeah, shout out Wonder Woman.
Yes, absolutely. Keeping it. Even though the Olympics just wrapped up, a topic that was heavy in the Olympics with more female athletes, with Simone and Naomi, mental health. So I just kind of wanted to talk about that in general and where you feel about it, because it has been a topic that has been in the forefront for a lot. And I want to talk about it kind of when we talk about TV and stuff, because one thing I just recently watched was that interview with Emmanuel Acho and Lil Wayne, right, and they were talking about mental health and suicide. So what are your thoughts? You can even get personal. How are you doing with your mental health? Where are you at with it? Do you do any particular things to stay up on your mental health? Have you picked up a new little hobby? Any little things that you feel have improved or helped you?
Honestly, like, I'm a person who just, like, I don't know what you would call it. Like, sporadic, I guess. Like, I don't know. I just be doing shit. I feel like however I feel.
You're is what it is person type as well.
Yeah, like, even if it's something new I never tried before, like, I'll take it and I'll attack it. Like, like I've been doing it, or just like I have a special love for it, just because I'm curious. Like, you know what I mean?
That's a great way to put it.
And I feel like just doing that, it helps a lot with myself. Wow. As of late, though, I feel like I just been kind of waking up early. I go outside to my car, like go in my front driveway, and like literally just like smoke like a little paper, little thing.
You
to
found
myself
a nice little
just,
happy, nice little zen place.
I'll go through, listen to some music, and just chill. Like I'll try to have, because I feel like that's what a lot of people lack. Like is alone time. And like being comfortable like with your thoughts, like, you know what I mean?
Yes, and I completely agree. I am also a person kind of cut from that cloth. I'm okay being alone. I have no problem being lost in my thoughts. I understand at certain times when your thoughts aren't too positive, it's hard for people and
it's
stuff like
hard.
that. And that's where depression and stuff comes in and stuff like that. But other than maybe like a vice like weed or alcohol or stuff like that, do you have anything that you particularly try to do
honestly,
to clear your mind?
Yeah, definitely. Like, I mean, I haven't done it in a long time. I promise I'm gonna get back to it.
Yeah,
you know. But my biking, definitely. Like biking,
I've been saying
was huge for me for a while.
That's
like,
how I feel about skateboarding as well. You know, you go out skating with me, and sometimes I like trying to do that solo as well. It's just something else to focus on. I'm definitely a person who, when faced with a tough situation, like to participate in something else or partake in another little hobby or activity, just ease my mind. So but biking, I've heard that is a great way.
The bike, I mean, it was kind of cool too, because like everyone started really like kind of doing it. Like me and Vo, we ended up joining like the little ABC, another party fam. Like they started a bike club. And, we was just in that for a little bit. We only went on like 2 rides, but like still like those 2 rides were like it was cool nice. Just seeing everyone like come together like that, in a time like COVID, like what I mean, facts. Like it was
a good way to get outside, be healthy, still be safe. I've seen it from, like I said, what you had posted around the time, and you inspired me. Like, it make me want to bike, and I do when I can.
It fun, man.
It's just, equipment and all that, getting that in order. But it looks so much fun, especially when the weather's out. We live in beautiful Bay Area, California. Like, you can't go wrong when you're in the Bay. Just by all this water around all this beauty. So you ain't lying one bit about that, for sure. But that's good to hear that you take your mental health seriously. Yeah, I mean, like
I feel like when you exercise and stuff, like that kind of helps your like brain flow a little bit. Yeah, so it's kind of easy.
You got to, and your brain is a muscle. Your brain is a muscle.
Yeah.
You got to train your brain.
You got to work. Yeah, exactly.
You got to train your brain. As I'm getting older, learning the biggest one, and we're just talking about it. Just talking about football players. Discipline. Yeah. That's the hardest one. Talking to that little voice in your head and getting him to shut the fuck up sometimes. Like, yo. I seen a snippet with Kobe the other day. He was just saying, I'm not arguing with myself. And that like hit me, like, because I'm one of those. I argue with myself. I debate. Oh yeah, I'm not doing this tomorrow. Then tomorrow comes. Well, I can do this a little bit. I shouldn't do that. You feel me? And I know I'm not the only one that goes through it, but that shit real.
I do it a lot.
That shit is real. That shit is real. So don't argue with yourself. If you tell yourself to do something, stick to it. I'm working on it. Please be aware of it. Discipline is real. Mental health is real, and that's definitely very one thing that we need in general. And especially just as men, black men, speaking from our perspective as well. Mental health is definitely something that should be emphasized.
Yeah.
But keeping it moving to a little lighter subject, something that we all could laugh about, this motherfucking crate challenge that's been on Twitter. I know y'all been seeing it. I do feel like I'm kind of in that category where I feel like I could damn near do that motherfucker.
I low-key want to do it. I low-key want to do it.
I can get that motherfucker going.
After I seen what was his name?
I don't know.
Hood Olympic champion.
We just try to look that shit up beforehand.
Hey, whoever you are,
salute.
Whoever you are, you've put a lot of hope into us all.
Facts. Like, that nigga stood up there, broke the weed down. That's what I'm tripping on. Rolling the blunt, one thing. If you already had the weed broken down and did that, that's one thing.
Yeah.
This nigga broke the weed down and then wrote the whole bitch, licked, sealed, bop, sparked it before he stepped off, and that was a great moment in hood history.
Yeah, that was probably like. I feel like what it is though. It's to come down. Like, I mean, once you get up, like, don't get me wrong. I feel like the whole thing.
It's the tippy. It's that peak.
Yeah, but you got to transition. You got to transition your momentum. Lying. You know what I mean?
Facts.
You know, you got to transition that momentum.
Crazy.
And that's.
I feel like most people, if I've been counting it right, about 7 crates high. But another thing is, another question: where the fuck y'all getting all these milk crates?
Hey, the government, man.
You think the CIA just came and dropped these motherfuckers off?
The homie hit me earlier and said, "Bro, you can't even own those. Like, the government property."
You can't own
I don't know
crates.
if that's true.
Last time I seen crates,
But-
like I said, I had to work for a school district, so that's the only reason because they serve milk
he does
there.
his
But
research,
I
though,
don't know
so
the
I
last time
low-key
I've seen a
trust
milk crate. Well, maybe my mom's, but my mom old school, so she got random shit in milk crates. But I don't know. Wherever y'all get these milk crates, be careful.
Those
Wear a
milk
fucking
crates.
helmet. Fucking put some matches down or something. I've been seeing people getting broke, dip, smoke, cook, chop, all of the above. This shit is sick. If you're gonna do it, be safe. We might do it for What's the Wave. I don't know. I don't even know. Like I said, I don't have access to crates.
Bro,
So
I'm gonna do it.
come on, Big Vince. We'll record there. We'll be there.
I'm
Rio
gonna do
Productions.
it.
We're gonna tap in. Rio
Mark my
P's. We're
words.
gonna be there.
I'm gonna do it. First try.
to keep it going, one thing I've been wanting to talk about, and you're the lucky guest that kind of gets to visit this subject with me, because recently I've been seeing a lot more of WWE and wrestling in kind of in pop culture and in the spotlight, especially with John Cena.
Right.
I just watched Fast Furious 9. He was in that motherfucker. They ended up in space on some crazy shit. But what are your thoughts? For one, were you a wrestling kid? I was. I watched wrestling as a kid.
So look, I was one of the weirdos. Like I had the wrestling arena, bro.
You not come on.
I had the arena with the action figures.
I had a
you know
couple
what I
action
mean?
figures. Yes, sir. Stop playing.
I had a lot of action figures.
Stop playing.
That was
I was him.
That was one of the things I went through. I went through a big ass, and you know, I actually went to a event too.
Mm-hmm.
I don't remember where it was, but because I was so young. But I want to say it was like somewhere in like San Jose or some shit.
Yeah, probably some. Yeah, they got somewhere with an event center at least.
Bro, that shit was crazy, bro.
So, and the reason I brought it up because as you see the evolution, especially, and I'm glad you were a kid that watched wrestling because I was too. Did you ever expect? Because I grew out of it. I grew out of wrestling like most people do, as we did as kids, but. It's still so fucking. It's a fucking choo-choo train that's like not stopping at all. It's nuts. Man. I just want to know what they just had SummerSlam. John Cena just returned. Brock Lesnar coming back. Motherfuckers could leave, come back, retire, come back. Undertaker still go. Like names that we grew up knowing are still wrestling, are coming back to wrestling.
Shout out to those dudes, man.
Where do you? I know they have a crazy fan base for sure. But
Definitely.
Did you see this coming, and where do you see fucking that industry going? They have just different leagues now, like AEW. So many. Last time it was only SmackDown and Raw, and ECW when I was younger. But anyway, they got like 4 different ones. Amateur wrestling leagues are everywhere. Where do you see this motherfucking rocket going?
Man, it can go anywhere. Shit, you tell me they got other leagues. I never expected
It's crazy.
that. Like for them to be able to go that deep.
My mama know who John Cena is.
Oh yeah, John Cena's goated.
It's crazy how now wrestlers are household names.
It's crazy though because I still don't even know what he looks like. Your little sister
who probably don't watch wrestling know who Rey Mysterio is. Like, look, like you feel me? Like I'm just saying this shit is crazy. In rap bars, pop culture, movie references, like John Cena is one of the biggest actors now. Like this is nuts.
Nah, yeah,
Batista was a fucking wrestler. That shit is nuts.
Me and Jalen just went to go watch Suicide Squad. This nigga John Cena was in there with a fucking tight ass polo, buff ass arms.
Fucking Peacemaker going crazy.
Dude,
that was a solid movie. Go watch Suicide Squad.
I'm not gonna lie, like the whole movie, I was just like, bro, this nigga is like pause, like you know what I mean? Yeah. But like I was like, bro,
this nigga just
why is this nigga so big, bro? Like, what do you do every day?
It was a costume, and they definitely had that nigga up in there, motherfucking roided it out.
Shout out to John Cena, man. Still can't see him.
Still can't see this nigga. That nigga
still don't know what he looks like.
I remember John Cena's first motherfucking pro wrestling match. I remember John Cena before he was rapping and shit. When he came with the little shin pads and the whole shit. That nigga in the little tights.
He was wearing a wristband, bro.
Yeah, that nigga was silly. That nigga is crazy, but
swagger.
Shout out Cena, man. Cena Mania, Summer Cena, whatever you want to call that. Shout out John Cena. He's definitely a pop culture legend for sure. Yeah. Can't see that nigga.
Yeah, shout out to all those WWE dudes, bro.
They go through a lot. Like that's a lot on your body.
Aren't they like stuntmen technically?
Damn near. Like that. I never thought that. Of course, it's fake and everything, but that wear and tear on your body is real. That's real deal. Holyfield to keep it a band.
Yeah, that's just crazy.
Keeping it rolling, you know, I like to touch on a couple of subjects as far as entertainment. One, and as a person who, I love your music ear because you have a very vast one, a wide horizon. I'm a very narrow eared when it comes to my music selection. I know I am, but I also always look for recommendations to be put on. So,
right.
Like I said, I'm a garbage disposal. But lately, what have you been listening to? What has been on your playlist as of late? New, old, current. For me, I've been in a lot of kind of my old bag, kind of my general bag. You know me, I'll slap a lot of old Wayne, old Wiz. Like I said, a couple more Ramble. EST has been in there. So, what's been in your rotation as of late?
I mean, honestly, I feel like just with me in general, like I always get inspired by people I'm acquainted with, or like I kind of know, or like I've seen, you know.
Right.
I say definitely one of them is definitely Jamie. We went to the same high school. You guys probably know him.
Okay.
Yeah. Hard, creative,
putting in work,
different. Yeah.
Put me on, coach. Put me on.
Different.
Put the people on.
Another one is Bree Stevens. I like her a lot.
Got you. Okay.
I've been listening to like WizKid a lot.
Really?
Yeah.
Old new stuff.
I was in Utah and I DJ'd at my homie Darren. He had this little like party for his clothing brand. Shout out Zone 8 Clothing.
Come on,
sir. And this I think she was like from the islands or something, but like this girl came up to me, she's like, "Oh, can you play this song?" I was like, "Oh, I've never heard it," but like I'm not one of those DJs who be like, "Oh no," you know what I mean? Like if that's what you want, like I'll try my hardest to get it at the moment, and if I can't, you know,
fill it out, gotta fill out the crowd, you know, do what you can, right?
But I was able to get the song, and it was the WizKid, you know, and that shit was hard.
Yeah,
that shit was hard, and I was like, okay, bro, I've been sleeping on this because I heard some shit he's did. And I was like,
same. I was just gonna say I've heard the name, heard a little bit of shit, but I never really fully tapped in.
Because you know, like we're in the Bay, like shit's kind of like, I don't want to say aggressive, but like it's more so like.
That harder bounce, kind of that like, bigger bounce, you know, that different
dancey
vibe.
type. And I mean that's kind of, I feel like that's why I kind of liked it too, though, because it kind of had those same elements. But yeah, definitely like WizKid, Bree Stevens, Jamie, shit. Stunning Man 02.
I was about to say Stunning Man. Hey, shout out Stunning Man. Come on, we need to get you on. Come on, Big Steppin', bro. Facts, man. He's definitely been on replay for sure, for sure.
Larry June.
Larry, yeah.
It's always on the playlist.
It's funny because I just dabble with Larry. I'm not the hugest Larry fan. I fuck with Larry. I just dabble with Larry. A lot of people around me slap him, but I do respect his music as well.
No pun intended. Like it's just literally like super organic. Like for real. Like
just feel good music.
And I feel like that's what all those like people kind of have in common that I like, you know, that I listen to is like it feels organic. Like you know what I mean? Like you could take me out of wherever I am. I could close my eyes for a second and just imagine the whole, you know, perspective. You could put me in your shoes, or
that
just
escapism. You feel me? Exactly. Kind of. That's like, what music is here for, and that's the beauty of it.
It's so important.
And even in today's age, I do love that music is getting way more open, and like the ranges, like you said, the diversity is fucking nuts. It's fucking crazy nowadays, with new people doing old shit, old people doing new shit. It's fucking crazy, and the talent and the ranges of shit. Like R.I.P. one of my favorite artists, Mac Miller, seeing like how artists just elevate over time from what he did from the beginning to what one of his like, you know, last kind of albums and works were. It's fucking
Mac
crazy.
was crazy to me because like
that's my dog.
He
Mac
made his own music. Like,
that's my dog.
When you're on both sides of it, I feel like, and that's what I'm saying. Like I'm not super close with him, but like Jamie, like I see like through the social media, it's like, man, like this dude's directing his stuff. Like and I'm like, bro, I could do nothing but respect it. You know,
a full grasp, like creatively,
of
what your art is.
Even you guys, like shit, you guys come in, fucking
come on,
man. Like
we trying to
shit, Jay's, Foe, shit, all y'all. Come like on. I'll be listening to that shit too, just to even see what I could do better. Yeah. Like, you know, just recording you guys and everything.
Absolutely, you know? and we're gonna touch in on that just as far as more on the music tip, but switching it to a different form of media as far as what you've been up on recently, TV and movies. What have you been watching? Have you been divulging a lot? Even you can even take it to video games. I know you're a gamer, definitely. I know you be on the 2K and shit like that. But what have you been? What you been watching lately? What shows you been keeping up on?
Shit, I just watched that Loki.
Hey,
on Disney Plus.
I've been telling y'all know I'm one of the hugest superhero fanatics out here. That Loki go crazy.
No, yeah, the Loki.
I've been telling people that tap into that What If. It's only about 2 episodes in. Cool little different things. What else? I told as we spoke on earlier, that Wayne special. I feel like everybody should go watch that. Me being, you know, just a super Wayne fan. That's my dog. Was crazy. It was crazy. A good mental health dialogue, something you know, good to watch. Just as a person, you really wouldn't see talk about anything like that. To do so and open up in that space, I feel like that was a good watch as well.
It's definitely some
What else? Oh, on Netflix, I need to tap in because I've known about it beforehand. Well, not known about it beforehand. Like I was the first to know, but that Malice in the Palace documentary on Netflix, they just threw that on there. So go watch that for sure because I need to tap in. If you don't know what the Malice in the Palace is, then you just don't ever call my phone. You're too young and you don't watch enough sports for me, to be honest with you. But what about yourself, Vince? What you been up on lately other than that?
I mean, like you said, the Wayne thing is definitely some like good intakes, like good thing to digest. And what else?
Like I've been watching NFL Top 100. I fuck with the sport. We'll get into sports in a minute, but I've been watching a little football shit. You feel me? So I've been doing that.
I've been watching. Honestly, I haven't been watching like a bunch of like stuff recently. I could tell you like my favorite like Breaking Bad is definitely a great watch. Come on. Like honestly,
you can throw it back even if it's some old shit. I fuck with Breaking Bad. I didn't finish it. I need to, but
bro,
it go crazy. I think I got to like season 6, 7.
To me, Breaking Bad,
like 6, 7.
Breaking Bad is like top 3 television series ever.
It's up there. Like, and people critically acclaimed all that shit and all that other award winning.
Honestly, like
it's up there. It's validated. It's validated. He ain't
it's
lying.
Subjective. You know, it's subjective. You know, it's opinion based. But like
that shit do go crazy though.
That like honestly to me like I found it so crazy because like the attention to detail like they put in that show, it was just like wow. And then like the build up, like it's a lot of drama, so it's
nuts.
It's cool and it's funny too. You got an old white like grandpa, who just had a kid cooking meth like to support his family.
The premise of it is great. Yeah, I'm dying in the best way. I need money for my family. I'm a science teacher who learns how to cook meth. It's great premise. Facts. That's the main reason I got on it. But for sure, we'll keep it rolling. We'll wrap it up there for current events. Be sure to check out some new music and everything. Please hit me on the social DM. What y'all like to watch? I want to know what y'all like to listen to. Shit like that. Put me on game, coach.
Man,
I'm always into trying new things. That's why I fuck with Vince as well. Man. We need the people. That's why, like I said, I keep Vince around because he's also likes trying new things. We're not kind of stuck in these boxes and stuck in these labels that y'all try to throw on everybody. So we'll move it along to a wonderful topic. Let's talk a little sports, man. Come on, talk a little sports talk. I know my guy Stays Privy always keeps his ear to a little bit of the sports world. We're going to start off with some NBA at first. In general, first off, let's start off. Do you have a favorite player or favorite team that you back behind, that you rock with?
I mean, my favorite player, like...
You can say right now.
You say now,
if you want, you say right now.
I mean, like he's been in the league since I was a kid, so it's like it kind of, you know, it doesn't. It's Chris Paul, and a lot of people hate him. But like,
I'm a big Chris Paul fan. Yeah, I love me some CP.
Yeah, I love CP, man.
Yeah,
like CP3 is definitely, and even now, like they just went to the finals. I mean, you can say what you want, like injuries, that and this, but there's injuries every year. Like, you know what I mean?
It's a part of the game.
Niggas still beat who they had to beat and went what they had to go through to get to where they at.
Factual.
But like CP, yeah, I definitely respect. I used to love James Harden.
Oh, why was that a used to now?
I don't know. I don't know. I just like since he went to the Nets, I've been watching him.
Was it the Brooklyn move?
No, it wasn't even that. I still much respect for him. Like, you know. Like sometimes you got to do what you got to do.
I fuck with James. That was my brother. That was one of his favorite players. I respect it. You already know me. One of my favorite players still in the league right now is Melo.
Love Melo.
We could talk about how do you feel about that?
I do.
How do you feel about the new look Lakers? Him going to the Lakers. I wasn't too juiced about it. I kind of wish he would have stayed in Portland and just finished it out there. Same thing with CP. I'm glad he hopefully he ends it in Phoenix, but. The new look Lakers, a lot of talent, a lot of big household names, big names that's been there before. Older talent. How do you think they're gonna be?
I mean, the Lakers. I feel like the Lakers do pretty good, as long as they don't get injured. Like, you know what I mean? Because I feel like when a team gets injured, that's kind of like the chemistry breaking in a bit. And like, you know, you gotta like say if LeBron gets injured, like LeBron's like the main leader,
right?
Like it's gonna be kind of harder to move around, like or just to, you know. I used to be able to pass the ball right here, and LeBron would be there.
Right.
You know,
new chemistry. They got rid of a lot of old players. Like it's damn near a whole new team.
But I mean, like talent based alone, like I learned last year, like looking at the paper is not a good idea to assume like how good a team is going to be.
Don't base that off the Nets though.
No. I mean, I'm just saying, like,
because I'm about to say they had a good chance of winning if healthy. If healthy and
but like,
bullshit, they still
going to LeBron when he went to Miami with, that first season they didn't even make it to where everyone thought they were going to go because they didn't have the chemistry. But then look at after that. I think did they 3-peat? No, they didn't. They 2-peat. 2-peat.
They did 1, 2, and 1. They lost the first,
but they went 3 years and then they lost 4. To the Mavericks.
They went 4.
4? Oh my god!
They lost to the Mavericks the first year.
But you see what I'm saying though? Like, all they needed was team chemistry to just to get there. Like, that's the most important part, to get there.
It's funny because that's usually how LeBron does. He whenever he goes to a team, he loses the first year and then wins the second. Right. He did that with Miami, lost the first year, won the second. When he went to the Cavs, lost the first year, won the second, which is crazy. Went to the Lakers, lost the first year, won the second. Crazy. Yeah. Got to see it through though. But
shout out Bron. I'm not a Bron fan, but shout out Bron.
Shout out greatness. That's all we do. We appreciate it. We love it at all, always and all times. You feel me? Because whatsoever, that's all we strive for. Give me your Western Conference pick preseason. I know it's a lot to tell. Not all the free agency moves have probably been made. The draft is over with. You kind of see summer league, kind of the rookies ball a little bit. Jalen Green, Cade Cunningham, and everybody. All right. Who's coming out the West? Is it the Lakers? Is it? Do you think Kawhi? Well, I would say he's going to be out for a minute. Do you believe in Utah? Do you think Golden State is going to come back and sweep everybody with a healthy Clay? Who do you got out who's your favorite right now? Do you think Phoenix is going to double back?
No, I would love, like I said, Chris Paul is my favorite player.
That's my dog. I would
love for Chris Paul and the Phoenix to make it, but I feel like we did kind of get bailed out a little bit last year. Yeah,
every season has a little luck. Every season has a little luck for you to make it to the finals for sure.
Yeah, the pressure is definitely going to be on D-Book because that's really who it all falls down on.
Definitely.
Like, CP is like, the facilitator, but D-Book's kind of like...
He's him. He needs to be him. He needs to be him.
He's like the whole body of the car.
So who you got? Who's your favorite out the West?
I would probably have to say, like, I like Denver, but they keep failing me. They keep failing every year. I probably, it's hard, man. It's really
LA,
it's
Portland.
Really hard.
Not really. I mean, not San Antonio, really.
Nah,
Memphis. Like, there's a lot of things. If I'm going,
it's almost like it has to be the Lakers. Like, I don't know. Like,
it's only reason because Bron has that Brady effect where, like, you don't want to bet against them.
Yeah,
since they've been so good for so long, I don't even really.
They got AD and Westbrook. Like, I mean, and people say Westbrook's not a winner, blah blah blah, this and that. But it's like at the end of the day, bro.
Damn near.
You got LeBron on the team, so that kind of it's like two negatives. Multiplying it cancels out. That shit's gonna. It might go up. Like, you know what I mean? Westbrook can't do too much damage when LeBron is on the team.
That's big facts. That's big facts.
LeBron's not gonna let it happen.
Okay, so I'll just chalk you up for Lakers as being your West. Okay, go East.
LA. East.
I'm taking Brooklyn. I had Brooklyn last season. I lost a bet just because KD foot was on the line and could have sent
and that was messed up because of the injuries.
But it happens. Injuries. It's like you said. It's a part of the season. Every year it happens to every team. It's no game sliders on when it comes to injuries. So I got Brooklyn. Who you got? Do you have faith in Milwaukee going back? Do you have faith in maybe the Sixers doing something with their squad with Ben or something like that?
I feel like if Miami could get their chemistry right, like they could, but
I don't think they're gonna make hella
Brooklyn
noise.
Or Miami. It's they're fighting with me right
Milwaukee.
now.
I'll say Brooklyn or Milwaukee.
Yeah, I like Milwaukee,
on top
but
right
Milwaukee kind of like this is what people fail to realize. It was like I feel like when you have certain players on your team that like play that kind of C role. Like those players are super important.
You're them role players.
Yeah, and they gave away PJ Tucker and you look at the stats, but it's like, we were watching the football game. It's like
intangible
stats ain't everything. You could contest the shot and it's just enough
game.
for him to miss. Like, you know what I mean? And
impact on game.
That's
they make all the difference.
But Milwaukee's still a great team. Giannis is a great player. Shout out Giannis. I like Giannis. But I got Miami or Brooklyn.
Miami or Brooklyn. Okay, so
we'll see.
Jimmy, though. We'll see how the finals.
I love Jimmy.
We'll see how the finals play out and see how that go. Last for NBA, give me a sleeper team.
Sleeper?
Give me a sleeper team. A team that you think is going to make some noise. You already know. I'm going to say my Knicks for sure.
Yeah,
that's what it is.
I'm gonna have to go with Memphis, man. Memphis. I love Ja Morant, and I think they still got Valanciunas, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Do they?
I do.
If they still have Valanciunas,
did they just get Eric Bledsoe? Or did they dish him off? Was that somebody just had a trade with Memphis just recently? I forgot who it was. They got somebody then traded him off or something. I think something like that. But either way, I could be wrong. I could be right. Usually I'm right, but sometimes I'm wrong. It's okay.
Yeah. No, Memphis is crazy. Ja Morant's a dog.
Yes.
Celtics also. Like I feel like the Celtics aren't a sleeper. You know what I mean?
Right.
But when you're talking about championship,
I had them coming out the East like last season or making some noise. Well, before KD Brooklyn, so not this previous season, but the season before, I had a lot of faith in Boston, but
right.
I don't know.
Yeah, every year they kind of I don't know, but I love Jason Tatum and like what he's doing. It's crazy because when I used to work at Nike, I seen a couple of them there. I'm like, bro, these dudes are hella big, bro.
Bruh, same. That's what and like
I'm talking about like there. Terry Rozier. Like, you know what I mean?
I remember meeting J.R. Smith and all that. These niggas is big as fuck.
It's like
on TV, you be like, y'all little, but that's because they all the same fucking size, and everybody's 6'7", 6'8", walking around.
Like the average height in the NBA has to be like 6'6", 6'7".
Mm-hmm.
That's not short at all. Like even Chris Paul, like yeah, he looks short on TV, but in real life, this nigga's like 6 feet, bro.
Exactly, like niggas just a normal nigga.
Steph is like 6'2", 6'3".
Yeah, 6'3", and he a little nigga in the NBA.
Come on, bro.
That shit is crazy.
That's wild, man. Shout out those dudes.
Shout out to the NBA. Y'all putting on a great show. Can't wait for next season to see how that go. For real.
I'm still buying 2K, unfortunately.
You stupid. I think it's stupid. I'm not. I'm damn near cool off 2K for a minute, but switching gears from the NBA to the not for long league, the NFL. How do you feel as a person? I don't want to go on too long or all day about it because I know you're a person who not really watches the NFL or participates in it anymore.
Still respect it.
I know you still respect it. Yeah. You play football. I know you love the sport in itself. Maybe just not the league. Where do you stand on the shield as far as a whole league?
I feel like the NFL is great, you know. Like I definitely feel the players should be able to speak up more, but like, you know, not living in the what if world. You know, if you know, like at the end of the day, like these are still people making it out, whether it's 2 million or 50 million, 30 million. You know, that's more than you had broken the hood. So
facts. Like, it's changing people's lives.
It's a shame to like, you know, it's a shame what it does to you later on. Like, you know, if you're like super physical or you get hit in the wrong spots, whatever. But you know, I respect anyone who loves what they do. You know what I mean?
Come on, it's a craft.
That's the only way the world progresses.
And it's hard to make it there. It's hard to make it to the NFL. Not
really hard.
Like that shit is hard.
32 players on a team, and that shit goes down when you're in a certain position. It's like just because it's 32 people on the team, they don't like bro. It's like 4 quarterbacks.
It's crazy. Yeah,
you know what I mean?
It's
like
crazy.
if you play quarterback, it's 4. Like you know what I mean? And it really is 1.
And people always just focus on, like you said, kind of the money they make and all that. But they earned it. It's hard to get there and to be a household name to where I can say, oh, you know who Tom Brady is, and you don't watch football, but you know who the fuck he is. It takes a lot to make it to the league, let alone be a great person.
Hard work.
Did you have
smarts and creativity
before you stop messing with the NFL? Did you have a favorite team, favorite player, a couple people you like watching or
I'm gonna probably get lit up for this dude.
Wait, you can't talk. My favorite. I'm a Vallejo native whose favorite teams are the LA Chargers and the New York Knicks. I don't know. I'm pretty out of bounds. It's not worse than mine.
See, so when I was in high school, bro, heavy New York Jets fan.
You sound. Okay, so let me say this.
Everyone roasted me
shout out
every
because
day.
Shout out my pops because he's a Raiders fan because my dad's from New York. A reason I'm a Knicks fan, but he don't like basketball. He's a Jets fan and a Raiders fan, so I don't understand it either. The Jets are crazy as hell, but it's like me being a Knicks fan. People don't understand.
And you know what's weird? I don't even think I like them because they were just the New York Jets. I literally think I only like them because like I didn't fuck with the Giants.
You just hated the Giants?
I felt like I loved New York just as a state.
New York go crazy, yeah.
You know, so I was like, I like the Jets.
The Jets, and that's funny because
it's not a good way about going.
Some people say how certain cities who have two teams, like they have the traditional team and then like the outcast team, kind of like New York, how it has like the Yankees is like the homegrown, the traditional team, and you got the New York Mets, like like Lakers and Clippers, like you feel me, like you said. So Giants and Jets is that organization, like
I definitely feel like anyone who said they grew up in LA and I was a Clippers fan. I think Paul George said that.
I did that. Cap.
I was like, bro, you're lying, bro.
Cap.
Like you have to be lying. I've never met anyone in LA who
a genuine Clipper fan,
a normal ass nigga, bro, a normal ass person who's just like, oh yeah, I love the fucking Clippers, bro.
Clippers since I was born.
You fucking lying, bro.
Nah, you either born into it or not,
bro.
But hey, that's neither here nor there. But that's crazy. The Jets. Have you been following them this season? Y'all got a rookie quarterback. You don't watch NFL well. Nah. Let me update you. Y'all got a rookie quarterback.
Okay.
Little white boy from I think he went to I forgot where he went to do BYU, I think. So he looked like he might got a little arm talent, but we'll see. Y'all got a lot of question marks. It's the Jets at the end of the day, so
hey.
We'll give it at that. Shout out to the Jets. Shout out to the Jets.
New York.
Shout out to the Knicks, man. We'll see y'all next season. We'll leave that there for sports for now. Definitely want to get into kind of the Bay Area brand segment because you are a new person kind of entering that brand space, becoming your own brand. Little stuff like that, doing your thing. And for the people who don't know, this is one of the most talented DJs you will ever find, see, or come across in your life. So I really do mean that wholeheartedly, just because you're not my nigga, but just because I've heard the mixes you've done, I've heard the work you've put out, and I recommend your shit to other people as well. So I stand behind you just being my dog, but also because your work is being dope. Just to talk about it though, being a DJ, it seems easy. People just make fun of it all the time. You see a lot of it, this shit on, you feel me, on TikTok and shit like that.
It's not hard to do. Like anyone could do it.
Right? Yeah.
It's not hard at all. But I mean, like, I feel like the hard part is just like when you're in a certain location that you've never been before, and you gotta kind of play what you think you know. You know what I mean? Or not what you think you know, but like what you think is gonna be cool.
Filling out that crowd type shit.
And that's a hard thing to do sometimes. You know.
That makes sense.
Like Utah, like bro, I've never been to Utah in my fucking life. I don't even know. Like prior to that, I didn't even know what Utah like.
What they listen to, the demographic,
you know, I'm getting
who
there,
hang
bro.
out there.
Like first of all, you know, we're from the Bay, like, bro, like 77, bro. Like that's pushing it, my nigga. Like
facts.
It was. I swear to God, bro. I'll hit up my homie Jackie right now, bro. We drove from here to Utah, bro. It was at least 107 every day, bro. We were there from Wednesday to like Monday morning. We left Monday, bro. It was at least 107 every day.
It's nuts.
At least 107
minimum.
I think the highest like it was like 117, bro.
That's fucking
but
crazy.
Like anyways, like yeah, man, like it was kind of hard to like read because I'm having different like interactions with people. Like I'm meeting people before I'm like kind of set. Like I set up and then like I didn't play music till a little bit after.
Right.
But, like, you know, like I'm just trying to get a feel for like certain people and like, you know, where they're from and what they listen to and certain stuff like that. And,
most definitely.
But you're never gonna. Like I'm not saying never, but you like having that opportunity is rare. Like if you're about to set up for a club, you don't have no time to talk to anyone. Like you know what I mean? Like I don't know. So yeah, it could be hard, but I feel like if you know some people and you know, you just kind of play shit what you hear, like you'll pretty much be good.
Okay. To take it a level deeper. A level deeper, a step further as a DJ, but also, like I said, I know you kind of have had also roles dealing with music. Where did you first find that love to where you know you wanted to work with music? Enjoying it is one thing. I know a lot of people who feel they can, you know, can't live without their headphones. You feel me? So where did you feel like? Where did you feel like you kind of got to that age where you feel like you needed to honestly work with it?
I feel like, like middle school, I was just like. I was skating like literally every day. I would wake up just like
shout out to the skateboard community. We out here
over like summer. Like I wake up like 7 a.m, hop the fence for the AC. I was living in American Canyon at the time, AC, and I was living in like Levine. And I would have to like skate down to the park. So like 7 in the morning. I'll just do it though because it was just fun as fuck. Like I was just like, bruh, like I can't wait to skate, so I'm not gonna wait. I'm gonna just get my ass up and
Let's go.
So like I would just be digesting like different ass shit. Like I was listening to hell of different shit, and I feel like that was kind of like, oh shit, like I really love this shit.
Kind of that seed, kind of where it started to grow.
High school, I kind of like started just making like little CDs.
Okay.
Because I had this little expedition. Like, I had no license, bro. I had no fucking L's, bro. My mom was so cool, bro. I love my mom, bro. Yeah. She let me whip like every day, bro, to like school. Because I lived like across the street from the high school. So like, I would just, and I would just make CDs, and then I give them to my homie, just like the homies. And then, Ryan, he was taking pictures.
Right.
And I just inspired me to.
We'll see. I need to see you soon, little bro. For sure.
Man. And he was taking pictures, but like he was getting kind of serious about it, and I was like, oh shit, like that kind of inspired me to like do something. Yes. And I didn't know what, so I was working with my mom at the time. Yeah. So I was like, fuck it, bro, I'm gonna just buy a little DJ controller. I don't know shit about anything, but I'm gonna just buy me a little DJ controller. So I just bought one, and now, like, you love listening to music. It's the same way, like, playing it. Like, you know what I mean? Like, you playing the songs you love. It's just you literally doing the same thing. It's just manually. Now you're just, like, You're
just putting it into motion.
Yeah, and whatever you do after that, it's just,
Into motion.
Yeah, that's probably where, like, I'll probably say, like, 2017, 16.
Yeah. Well, even so, I'm about to say you can even say that was a little bit of a late bloomer because you was already damn near what?
I was like 18, 19.
I'm about to say late teenager by then.
Most motherfuckers be starting at like 5 and like 14, 13. I'm like,
it's
y'all
crazy.
Lucky, bro.
I'm about to say a lot of people if you find your passion at a young age, you're extremely blessed. Believe that. From motherfuckers who it took a minute to find that gear to kick into for sure.
Right.
Speaking of finding certain things, where did you find the DJ kind of niche inside of yourself? Because I know you also used to make beats from engineering you do now. Even into DJing, you could get into the engineering aspect as well because I know that's something you currently do. Yeah. But how did you kind of find that avenue and you knew like, okay, I love music, but this is the way I want to explore it?
Honestly, like I feel like that shit started with like DJing. Like I feel like when you're DJing, like at first you're kind of just playing songs. You sync a couple times. You're like, okay, let me do it manually or whatever, blah blah blah. And then you start kind of like doing like little remixes, not like remixes, but like you start just kind of playing with shit, like beat matching. Yeah. And like you kind of enter like without you really even knowing, you kind of enter in like the producing world. Yeah. And so from there, like I said, I was working with my mom full time, like right out of high school. Like not right out of high school, probably like a couple months, like probably 5 months.
But damn near a few months. But damn near still fresh.
Yeah,
fresh out.
And so at that time, like, I'm still living with my mom, like, still like got this full-time job. Like I don't have hella money obviously, but like I got enough money to just spend on something like I think is gonna be fun for now.
An investment, bit,
so like I had bought a little laptop. I actually went half on it with my mom. It's like I love my mom, she's real for that. I went half on a little MacBook. It's like 2013 MacBook, and I think it was like 1100, which is fucked up, bro, because it came out to 1200 after tax. So fuck you, Uncle Sam.
Hey, that's how they get us, especially in Cali. Cali taxes stupid,
dumb. But yeah, and then I actually ended up getting this cracked version of FL Studio. So like, it's like, if you don't know what that is, it's just like a legal version. Like if you got like Apple Music, but you don't really got Apple Music, it's just like fucking
almost on some LimeWire type ish.
Yeah, like LimeWire. Yeah. But it was still FL Studio, but it was just I didn't pay for it, and like I was just fucking around, and then my mom ended up, getting a little boyfriend, and that's how I met Trey. Because Trey was like, we started living together. Yeah. And I was like, oh,
shout out my dog. I need to pull you up on the podcast too. Man, another creative mind that we need to have on here.
Trey, super intelligent.
Oh my God, Sensei. Shout out Sensei. For real.
Yeah. Fucking crazy. Yeah. But I met him, and then I was like, oh shit, like, bro, we like the same music. He was putting me on music. Maybe a little vice versa. I feel like more so was him putting me on music.
Yeah, y'all got some good music.
He was showing me beats that he gonna make. I'd be like, damn, bro, like you made these. Like that shit's crazy, man.
I'm gonna say this publicly. I hate that you and him stop making beats. I really hate that with a passion. As a person, I love writing. If y'all haven't heard, y'all know I say I'm gonna drop some shit. Don't worry, it is on the way. But as a person, oh my gosh, I hate because that man used to come up with some crazy shit.
I love this
that I need to this day. So,
but yeah, like me and him, we were just living together, and I forgot who had the idea of going to school, but I highly doubt it was me. I highly doubt it was me.
Keep
but
it a band.
whether whatever it was, like we ended up going to school out in Emeryville, essay expression.
There you go.
A lot of people went there. I think Caleb collaborate.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
I think he graduated from there.
Nice.
But we did the 9-month program, so it's like two. It's like you get your bachelor's for it, which is like you got to go for a whole 4 years. I looked at it, I was like, that's too much fucking money. So I'll do the 9
months.
I feel like
get
I'm
the
more
certificate, and you could apply yourself.
Yeah, exactly. And I'm like more of a visual learner.
There you go. Yeah.
So like I could see stuff and I'll take it from there. So I was like, you could just show me the ropes,
right?
And then I'll go with my own curiosity. You know what I mean? So yeah, I feel like that's where like the kind of beats and just everything else. Cause like I was in there, like we literally in studios every day, and they're not the best studios, but shit, it's a fucking studio. Like this shit's amazing to me. It's my first time ever being in a
equipment.
Studio.
It's good shit, quality,
crazy, and you got access to it all. As long as you're a student, and I think. Even after, like, you get some like alumni privileges, whatever. But like, no, it was the dopest shit, like, just to go through. And I kind of wish I would have taken it more seriously. But like, either way, like, I still loved my.
I was just gonna say, I was just gonna get into what advice would you kind of have for the next person? You feel me? Entering that space. If I came to you with my little cousin, or if you feel me, your little cousin came to you and was like, "Hey, I like DJing, I like music. What should I do?" Would you recommend them go to school? Would you recommend a different school that you went to? What would you kind of have to say for the next person in line, trying to be next?
If I'm being honest, YouTube, nah.
It's all the information you got is in your phone. Keep it a band. It's all there.
Curiosity, man. YouTube and curiosity will take you very far. With you.
See, we got to talk about that. I know you was on so curiosity.
I feel like, but go ahead. People feel like they always have these answers and they try to give them, but like it's kind of like advice. Everyone's situation is super different. Like just because it worked for me, it's not gonna work for you. Sure. And, you know what I mean? And yeah, like I understand. No, for sure. Curiosity, but not like honestly, like engineering though. Like if you really, really want to be an engineer, like I probably would recommend school just because it's certain shit you just won't get exposed to. That you can even like, but
that you only gonna find kind of,
what I mean? Like there's plenty of people.
There's different ways to learn whatever you need to learn at the end of the day. For sure,
I definitely feel like I needed the school a little bit. Like what I mean, for like what it's worth. Like I definitely needed some of that to.
No, yeah, to advance. Using the school as a tool. Yeah. What did you find as a challenge entering this space as being a DJ? Kind of this. The music world is so vast, but what was the first kind of challenge, whether that be getting equipment, finding gigs, clientele, anything like that? Can you name one just off the top of your head?
Shit, honestly, myself.
Come on. Like, talk good shit. He ain't lying.
Yeah, the hardest thing, man, like, I think I was watching something, I don't know if you heard of Steve Lacy, but you should definitely check him out. Steve Lacy, he was saying something along the lines of, like, him literally making beats on I believe it was an iPad, don't quote me on that, but like he was literally just starting off making beats and shit like on his little iPad, and like he was making like these crazy ass like songs and shit, and it's like you could do whatever you need to with whatever you got, like, you know what I mean? It's just the mentality you have.
Hey, you seen what What's the Wave started off with and where we working with now. Shout out to Real Productions and all the resources I've had available to me. Because like you said, that shit is real.
And that shit's, I feel like the battle with yourself is more important than anything, because that's the only thing that matters. It's like if you don't feel like you're making progress or like you're just doing something to like help you move forward, I guess the same thing. But like, like it's hard, like, you know what I mean?
And I'm glad you this is a perfect segue just saying that, because it's that feeling, like you said, at the end of the day, that makes you feel like you're doing the right thing. That's not just gratifying from what you receive from it, but just the process or putting in the work. So can you speak on maybe just a feel good moment, whether it has been putting in that work, or just even from the other side where somebody just recognized your talent, or from somebody showing you love, like, you went to somebody's birthday and you just killed their party. Can you just describe a moment that you remember very quickly where it was just like, okay, I fuck with this. Like, man. I fuck with this, but now I know I need to be fucking with this.
Yes, man. I don't even like talking about like my first time. Like, I was really juiced because like it ended on some tragic ass shit.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, bruh. Niggas. You know, it definitely ended on some tragic shit, but that was like one of the most important experiences like I've had. Like, unfortunately, like, you know, like fortunately but unfortunately, because like someone ended up passing that day.
Damn. Yeah.
And it was many, but like I got to like open up for like Prime in Oakland. Shout out Prime. My homie, I knew this dude, Hot Nick, who a lot of people probably know, crazy photographer.
Yeah.
He was able to like help me get my like first kind of DJ thing going.
Right on.
And it was like my first set, and he was like, "Yeah, bro, I could get you opening, bro, but like, you know."
It's on you.
Yeah, it's on you
after that. Come on, you gotta kill it, bro, and, for real.
He was just like, "What do you want to go by?" And like at the time, like I was battling. I was like, "Shit, bro, I don't know. Fuck, like I don't got no real DJ. That, like,
DJ Spider-Man, the fuck, I don't know."
So yeah, but yeah, I ended up doing that, and it was pretty great. And shit, I think like me, Trey, Ryan, like we were all there. It was pretty cool. Like I got to open up. My laptop died, bro. My laptop died at like 45 minutes into my set because I was so like into like not fucking up. I wasn't paying attention to the battery on my laptop life. And like on the MacBook, like when your shit's like below, I think like 10% or like 5, it'll like have this warning label. And I was like, fuck, bruh. Like,
you're done.
I don't know what to do because I can't go to my car right now. Right. There's not going to be nobody up here to play the next song if I don't make it back. So it was fucked up. It was crazy, but I got past it. I figured out some shit, made it work. It was cool. That was definitely probably one of my favorite like moments. Unfortunately, like I said, because someone passed that night. Yeah. I didn't know him, but I believe Ryan said he'd seen him a couple times, and yeah, but
you know, we always wish all love at all events, man. For real.
It's unfortunate.
Like, it is. Like you said, nigga shit, tired of that. It's been a lot. It's been a lot just going on just recently, especially after this pandemic. All the shit you seen at the sporting events, all the fights, riots, music events, little club bar shit. So, like you said, stay safe out there, y'all, for real. It's okay, just show love. It's okay to be okay. That's what I be telling motherfuckers. Man. Stop being so mad at motherfuckers.
It's okay to be different too.
It's okay. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Everybody going through something different. But to wrap it up, what are you doing now and what's next? Where do you see DJBigVince, Big Vince the brand, kind of what you doing? Where do you see it going, taking off to, and where do you want to steer it?
Shit, I mean, I definitely would love to get into like real production, like shit for like movies and shit. Like definitely would love to do that. But shit, I mean, right now I'm just pushing my DJ shit. I'm just trying to get past like level 1 or 2, whatever you would call it, level 0, whatever the fuck.
Football.
Just trying to get past that first, and then the rest is, you know, take it day by day. For now though, I'm really just trying to build up myself and the homies. Like shit, me, Jalen, Vo, you, Jay, everyone, you know. Ant, shit, abort the mission, my nigga.
Abort the mission. Come on, shout out the brand, shout out to the people you know and you take care of, for sure. Man.
Shout out Christian. And you know, I'm just trying to take us all and elevate, because I've seen it happen. Like, you know what I mean? Like I said, like the people who influence me the most are like people like I've been acquainted with, or just people I know, or you know, just someone in that kind of area. You know what I mean? And you know, watching these APF dudes do it, like it's super crazy.
Bro, it's easy,
you know, it's super inspiring
to build a team and put each other on, for real.
Exactly, bro. Like you just gotta all have each other, and I mean it makes sense. You know, you think about like a bridge or something. You know, it's more than one leg on that bitch. Like,
facts.
You gotta hold that bitch up.
Talk your shit, player. Talk your shit.
So yeah. Sure.
No, yeah, for sure. I'm glad to have you here and to have you a part of the show and be able to promote and put what you're doing in the limelight, because we're here and I know the people are ready for it. I'm just glad you're here and ready to broadcast it as well, to show the people your talents and what you got going, for sure. Just as like I said, as my dog, as my brother, and as somebody who's just fucking ultra super talented creatively. So for sure, we're gonna wrap it up with the topic of the day, which is pretty reflective of kind of what we just talked about. I've been sticking it with the A theme. Don't worry, y'all, this will be the last A. topic of the day. We've had alcohol, athlete, atmosphere.
Alcohol.
Yeah, it's a wonderful thing sometimes. But the last topic I want to talk about for What's the Wave is artist. Because we hear the term thrown around a lot. There's a lot of different avenues you could take that. Almost everybody's an artist nowadays.
Yeah, man.
Musically, you have makeup artists, you have graffiti artists. People consider athletes artists. Skateboarders everything's an art now. So people who participate in that, you feel me, avenue or is considered an artist. When I say artist, just what's the first thing that comes to mind to you? For me, it's still up. Like when I think artist, I still think fucking arts and crafts and painting. Like that's just, of course, like when you're an artist, you have great, I think of this elegancy and shit. So when you hear artist, what do you think of?
I mean, shit. I mean, artists. I mean, all you're really doing is just reciprocating your inspiration. Like, you know what I mean?
Ooh, can we reciprocate your inspiration?
Nah,
God,
for real.
I might have to write that on fucking shoe soles or something.
It's kind of a thing like I hate because like I battle narratives all day, every day. Like I hate the way people think. I'm big on psychology and like you said,
so I keep them around.
Mental health, yeah, like all that shit. Like it's super important. And there's so much attention to detail people don't understand, and they don't know they understand. But like when you confront them with it, they act like they do, and it's kind of like
that part.
Come on, bro. Like you don't know.
You don't, because you don't. You think you do, but you don't.
And I mean, it's okay. Like you know what I mean. Like that's what Trey told me. He was like, bro, whatever differences. But anyway,
it's okay.
Like,
it's okay to agree to disagree. It's okay to be different, y'all.
It's fine. It's totally fine.
Just accept it. It's okay.
That's fine. But shit, yeah. Man.
But artists, I mean. When you hear
like
it,
just reciprocating your inspiration.
There is a lot of different avenues now that the term artist is thrown around. I feel I am an artist in one front because I feel I create. I'm a creative. At the end of the day, I create content, whether it be for the podcast, whether it be writing music, writing skits, writing other shit, writing content.
All right.
Even Rio Productions that's putting on this, he has my man, he has an eye, and his team has an eye for how they want shit set up and how they want things to look. So it's crazy the day and age that we are in because everybody feels like they are an artist. Even fashion, you're a fashion designer, you're an artist, and anything like that. What does the term mean to you personally? Just the term artist. As a person who creates shit, you create stuff in the music realm as far as sounds, producing, engineering. What do you feel the term artist means? Do you take it lightly? Do you take it a little more personal than others?
Nah, I definitely think it's a huge thing. I feel like everyone, well, I'm not going to say everyone, but most people who have the opportunity of growing up just like, you know, how we did. Like, you know, we're all artists in a way. Like, just because we don't do something faithfully, like, the same thing every time, like, oh, like, such and such might not be a rapper, such and such might not be an architect. Like, you know what I mean? Like, architects, like, those motherfuckers is artists, bro. There's some crazy-ass buildings out here getting built.
You ain't lying.
Like, bro, these niggas is crazy out here.
As I get older, I do appreciate architecture, but go ahead.
That shit's fucking crazy.
It's amazing. It's amazing.
I don't understand that shit. But, like, you know, all these people are artists, and, but like just because you don't get paid from it, it doesn't mean you're not an artist. You know what I mean?
Facts.
So like I said, it's just literally reciprocating what you've been inspired by. Like, you know, like me, for me, it's just happened to be music. Like, and then from there, it, you know, did whatever. But like, you know, you could be a regular kid who just likes drawing every day. Like you're in fifth grade, bro, you're an artist, bro. Like,
and
I don't care what anyone has to say.
It's crazy the day and age in because now we see how it's applied and just even emphasize, like you said, even kids, something who love drawing all day and just embracing that talent, what it can lead to be and what they can grow into. Right. From a different perspective, as far as artists and artistry, art, even in kind of school and shit, has been kind of looked at in a certain type of way, as in, oh, you're going to college to be an artist, like you're not going to make any money, you're just being there to fuck around and whatever. What is your opinion kind of on how art plays in society, kind of as art versus science? Because, you know, in school it's always arts and crafts and extracurricular activities and all the creative shit, and then it's the English, math, the hardcore numbers and the science behind things.
Like going to school for it type shit?
Yes. Where do you feel about that? Like even in elementary school, to where both need to be taught. what do you feel both plays their part? Because as we were talking beforehand, I love kind of how one thing Nipsey Hussle said before his passing, just if we are surrounded by art, we become more creative as people. Right. Just artwork on schools, on basketball courts, in the classrooms, like little shit like that. When you're surrounded by more visual stimulating stuff, it's going to create some more visual or more creative stimulating people as well. So where do you feel about on that compared to science and like we should focus on math and science and learning how to save the fucking universe and all the other shit?
Nah, I feel like it's extremely important. You know, art was put on here, you know, by us. Like no one told us to make art, and we just fucking did it because we needed it. Like, you know what I mean? Like we literally fucking needed it. Like even if we didn't have all the shit we had now, like we had a fucking bongo or something to just drum on, like, you know, to make music. You know
in itself is a whole fucking art that is steady expanding, steady.
And I feel like implementing that in schools is everything. Shit, I mean, in the Lil Wayne shit, he was like, I think he fucked up in class or some shit, and his mom was basically about to like wreak havoc on his ass. Yeah, and his auntie
told him he couldn't make no music.
Told him he couldn't make no music, and because she was willing to take that music away, bro, he was literally gonna take his life.
Legit.
Like, no exaggeration. Like, he was literally going to take his life because
taking
his music.
The ability to create an art away.
You know what I'm saying? And it's that important. Like, I probably don't even need to say anything after that. Like, it's extremely important, you know, to be, because I feel like it takes you out. Like I said, it takes you out of where you really are. You know what I mean? Like, that's why I admire people, even though they're on such a mainstream level. Like, I was fortunate enough to listen to him a little bit beforehand, but like Travis Scott, like, I appreciate what he does because I see how passionate he is, and like I feel like if there was no music, like this dude would probably be miserable. Like, I'm not even lying. Like not even like on no like bad shit, but like he funny shit. But that's what he need. Like, I feel like he low-key needs to do that shit, and that's why, you know, those records come out. You know, I play it.
It's nuts to see. And I'm one of those people who use different outlets to put out that creative, you know, like juices in your head, and just see the help it gives for, and we can link it back to mental health. Right. What writing raps does to people, what making beats does for people, what skateboarding does to people, what recording, editing, whatever it is that helps you escape or introduces you to a different reality. That's, like you said, the beauty of being an artist.
That shit gives you a new perspective, man.
And like you said, just the expression of it, because that's all you're doing at the end of the day. You're expressing what you feel through whatever medium outlet that you're trying to do.
You find new ways to do shit, man.
You really do. You really do. And I try to do that with the podcast. I try to do that with the podcast, creating more dialogue, different perspective, because at the end of the day, like you said, nobody thinks the same way. We both skateboard, but shit, I could kickflip and I cannot heel flip, and you can heel flip so fucking crazy. I don't understand. I can't understand that shit to save my fucking life.
Shout out Dash, man.
Hey, it's Dash. Oh yeah, we gonna get him on. Shout out as well. Dash. I love you, Dash. It's crazy how, like you said, just as humans, we could do the same thing, but have different perspectives on it. And art is one of those things where it's expressed in so many different fucking ways. All right. I'm a person, I understand, to me, abstract art. Right. Some people be like, what the fuck is that? There's a whole bunch of shapes and random. I love abstract art. It's one of my favorite shits ever in the world. It don't make sense. To me, it does, because it's your own interpretation of the whole shit. Right. That's what makes painting beautiful. Clothing, music, skateboarding, all that shit, football, basketball, sports, man. Writing, language, books. It's so fucking crazy. But I'm glad I was able to bring another kind of deep thinker as well. That's why, like I said, I love you just as my brother as well. You're a deep thinker. You see things so much outside the box. I love it. I love the perspective. And we get into great dialogue and great debates, whether we agree or disagree or have homies who do it and stuff like that, because we even had great debates over the time that we've had.
Man, a lot.
Hey, for real. Just so much. But other than that, we just gonna wrap up the episode there. Oh, yeah. It's been great. It's been episode 26 with Big Vince. Please tune in. Please follow my man on all social media platforms at DJBigVince. Book him for your next event.
On everything.
Every time, whenever your auntie have a birthday, just let me know as well, because you know I'm gonna bring him as well. He got all the bangers from yesterday's music to today's music to your tomorrow's favorite playlist as well. But we gonna keep it lit and keep it real. I appreciate y'all for tuning in. It's your host, Son of the Waves. This has been another great episode of What's the Wave. Tune in every Wednesday. Shout out to my homie Big Vince once again. And we'll tap in with y'all soon. Let's go.
Hide your kids, hide your auntie.
Hide had a ball.
Like the ball, my nigga. Pass his beat to the left so I can press. Coat on my hands like I didn't wrecked. Who is next? Niggas is sleep like pillow pets getting foreign head from a